Hi, hello, welcome. Today this is going to be a writer's room kind of video. It's the first one of these that I've done, so I don't really know how this is going to turn out, as always, but just wanted you to be forewarned. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try and write a short story from scratch right now, and when I say short, it's going to be very short. One of the things that I really like to do for fun more than anything is to try and write a short story in 100 words, exactly 100 words. And I've done quite a few of those. I've never published any of them on here, but today I've got one. I'm going to try it and draw it out a little bit, so I'm aiming for 250 words exactly. It shouldn't need more than that, I don't think. I don't really know where it's going to go, but I'm going to try and fit it into 250 words. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing how that goes and what we come up with, then stick around. If you're not, then hope to see you next time, and thanks ever so much for listening to this intro. Let's get into it. So how do we get to this now? Get my Right, here's my manuscript set up so far. I've removed all my personal information. Target 250 words, and the idea, let's make this a little bit bigger. Should work. The idea that I had, that I really wanted to do was this gift shop. We were in, I can't remember where it was exactly, but it was one of those attractions, and you go and then you have to exit through the gift shop, as Banksy says. And there was just this really rude, like, person, this lady on the not the checkout, the till at the end, and she was just really rude. There was just no kind of customer serviceness about it, and you think, why are you in a customer facing position? Anyway, she just has stuck with me, and I thought, I want to write a short story about that. But what I want to do, I want to make it kind of a revenge piece, you know. You know, you probably don't do this, but I do this quite a lot. When you've come away from an event, something like that, and you think of all the things you could have said or the things you could have done had you only had the the resolve to see it through. So I wanted to do something about that. I've got a rough idea of the kind of revenge. I don't know whether I should tell you that right now, or whether we should discover that through this story. But right, 250 words. I've got my word count up there, which is currently standing at 22. So we want to get to 272 on that clock for this main bit of the story to have 250 words, right? What I'm basically going to do in the story is we need to set up that she's this kind of mean character, and it is a gift shop. Set up the scene, set up this character that she's quite mean, so she has to demonstrate this meanness to some other person. I think this is going to be kind of told from another customer's point of view that witnesses this whole thing. I think at the moment that might not be right. And so this other customer is going to see how she interacts with somebody and is just really rude. And then we're going to have kind of the hero character come in, and who has also witnessed this, but is the person that we want to be. I'm going to write it from he's going to be a he because I'm a he, so I would write from that point of view in this. And his revenge, I'm going to tell you, he's going to be completely pleasant. He's going to fight back by being pleasant on the surface, and he's going to just slowly wind her up a little bit because she's agitated by customers in her shop, and he's browsing, and he's picking things up to take to the till, and lots of weird little things that she has to scan through. We're going to make it a bit more. She's upset because one of the reasons that she's upset is that the till isn't really working that well, so she's pricing everything up so he's going through and she's pricing all the things up that he's put on the shelf, and then he'll interrupt her and say, oh, could you help me put them into a bag? And she doesn't really want to do that, and it does that. Then it gets through to the end and she's really, really wound up, and then it comes time to pay, and he says, oh, I want to pay on my card. And it's like, oh, it's more effort for her. So she does all the machine, hands in the machine, and then he basically just walks out and leaves her to undo everything she's done and put it all back. And that's kind of what I was thinking. It might not turn out like that, but that is my initial thought. So that's the stories, but how are we going to get it into exactly 250 words? Don't know. We'll see. So I want to start it out. We want to set the scene, really. And I don't know if I can do this whilst I'm talking. I normally do this in silence, so I apologise if there's some big blocks of silence. But I do need to actually think. It is intriguing. This will probably change later on. Nothing is sacred. We can change absolutely everything. Even the title, even what the story's about, we can change. So what are we going to do? She was just the worst. You'll probably have to excuse my typing as well. She was just the worst. This kind of job. So who is she? Why is she the worst? What kind of job is it? There's a few questions raised there, which is kind of cool. As I say, we'll come back and probably change some of this as we fine tune it. You gotta get into it somehow. She was just worse. I wasn't even sure she was this kind of job. I feel like we should say it's a gift shop now. What kind of gift shop? A museum? Museum gift shops are generally horrendous. You go to like an art museum and you'll see all these brilliant artworks, or some not so brilliant, and you'll see them all and you think, oh, this is great. And then you go through the gift shop and you think, oh, there might be some books or that kind of thing, which there are, but you'll get all kinds of weird stuff as well. You'll get pencils and key rings and kitsch and people that don't want to sell it to you. Yeah, let's make it a museum. So, yeah. Wish it was. And they're always, some of them in the older museums, they're kind of, they seem out of place, quite a few of them. It's obviously an afterthought, so it's going to be out of place. Plonked. It's a great word. Love that word. English up was plonked. I kind of want it to be. It's got to be near the exit. It's got to be near the exit. It was plonked. Next to the museum shop was plonked next to the exit. You had to walk through it on your way out. Through it as you made your escape. You know, people want to get out of there, or I certainly do. You have to walk through it as you made your escape. But as with all escape plans, I might take that word out later. But as with all escape plans, was... Oop. No, it's too... it's too frilly. But as with all escapes, there was a guard. Yeah. She was just the worst. I wasn't even sure why she would take this kind of job. The museum gift shop was plonked next to the exit. You had to walk through it and she made your escape. But as with all escapes, there was a guard. Yeah, it sounds a bit stunted, but as I say, we've got to get the story down first and then come back and fine-tune these things. Otherwise, you just get absolutely nowhere. And it's a waste of time. Because I'll spend my time fine-tuning this and then get through the whole thing and realise I've still got to take about 20 words out. And it'll change anyway, so let's just see how it fleshes out, really. There's a guard. There's a guard. Not got indents set up. Should probably set those up. Format, where is it? I swear they keep moving these things. Paragraph, format paragraph. Indents, first line. There we go. There's a yard. She ran the shop. She ran the shop. No, that's too soft. I wanted to sound like some kind of tyrant. Presided. Too frilly. She ruled. Yeah, there you go. She ruled that shop. What's the tense? Past tense, she ruled. She ruled the shop. From her throne behind the till. She ruled the shop from her throne behind the till. Barking out commands to the unlucky customers. Yeah, lay it on thick there. Ruled, throne, barking, commands, unlucky. We've laid it on thick. That's maybe we should give an example. Maybe this is where we can put in an example of her dealing with somebody. What was one of the things that I heard that this person say? It was more the tone of voice than anything. It was more there's something like, are you buying that? That's quite concise. Are you buying that? She said to we need to set up with some other characters as well. So we're going to have the young couple. What's this? A museum. What do you see in museums? Young couples, people taking school school groups. Just the young couple. School group. Individuals. Me. I don't know if I could put myself in there. That's a bit egotistical. Yeah. Are you buying that? She said to the young couple. Said's maybe too soft. I don't want to put an adverb in there. She said sarcastically. No, keep the adverbs. Keep them away. She said, I've already used barked, so. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to that one. I'll highlight that one for change, I think. Is it? I lose my mouse on this screen quite often. The young couple. The young couple? Yeah, they're a character. Type. No. The sharp tone caught my attention. Started watching her. Let's try and give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she was having a bad day, but she was always like this. Cool. This or that? That. This is present, isn't it? Maybe she was having a bad day, but I suspect that she was always like that. She was having past tense a bad day, but I suspect she was always like that. Ooh. Call from suspected spam caller. What do we do with that one then? Reject, I think. I normally turn that off. Right. She was always like that. Right, how many words are we up to now? Let's see where we've got. How far are we? We've done 101. So we've got about the same again. So we need to introduce our protagonist here. Maybe we should have done it already. How are we going to introduce? You can't just suddenly go, in walked. Maybe we can. Ooh. Mood in the shop turned cold, yeah. Everyone felt it. I don't think I want a new paragraph there. I wanted to say, so I'm thinking I wanted to say something like she scared the young couple out of the shop, and as they leave she has a snide comment for them, which kind of puts dread into everybody else. It's like, oh, we've got to get past her. Like, even leaving, we're not gonna escape her wrath by just walking out of the shop. I kind of feel trapped a little bit, so I wanted to say something. The young couple walk out, and she says something sarcastic to them on the way out. Are you buying that? She said to the young couple. Her sharp tone caught my attention. I started watching her. Maybe she's having a bad day, but I suspect she was always like that. I think he wants to go in there. Needs a new paragraph anyway. The young couple put back the ugly. What is it? What were they looking at? Put back the ugly doodad. Ornament? Put back the ugly ornament. And began to walk. No. And walked out. And she said, thanks for looking. I'd have to use an adverb and say sarcastically. Thanks for killing some time. The mood. The mood in the shop. When the shop turned cold, everyone felt it. Right, how much have we got now? 130, 120 words left. We're just over halfway. We've not got a protagonist yet. We've set her up. We're gonna run out. We're gonna run out of space. Right, who is he? What's he look like? Oh. I think I want to make it like an older chap. That'd be quite cute. I mean, we've not got chance to go into a lot of description in these. I tend to try and leave it up to the reader to fill in who it is. I mean, you give them the kind of their attitude and things and where they work. It's like, she's an angry lady that works in a gift shop. That's it. We don't need to know anymore. We don't need to know what she likes for breakfast. It's that is what it is. Right, this chap. We call him a chap. Chap sounds good. I like using chap. When the shop turned cold, everyone felt it. Only the... Should we use that as his name? Only the old chap seemed... Only the old chap seemed unaffected by her. He walked with a smile through the shop. And browsed without fear. picking up picking up items on his way towards the exit. So she's still not happy that somebody's buying all these things. Picking up items on his way towards the exit. Placed his armful of too long. Placed his hoard. Oh. Placed his hoard. Her counter. Enough now. Got a blue squiggly line, go away. Have we? She said. Oh, we don't want the. Let's get rid of that. On the old chap. That's his name now. Old chap. The old chap seemed unaffected by her. He walked with a smile through the shop and browsed without fear, picking up items on his way towards the exit. He placed his hoard on her counter. Got enough now, have we? She said. Old chap smiled back. Would you be able to help me? Able to pack them all. Third. I suspect we're getting very close to our word limit here. This is where it where the trickiness comes in. 188. Oh, we're not doing bad. It could come in under the wire. Maybe just. She gave. She's just going. Just going like that. Something like that. Just up to teeth. Now we can't do that because we're not omniscient in this one. We don't know what she thought because we are one of the other customers. But that would save us some words. That would get us some words back. She was just the worst. You wouldn't be sure. No one knew why. No one knew. Because there's one word back. We change that one there. No one knew why she would take this kind of job. Museum place at the edge. You had to walk through it as you made your escape, but as with all escapes, there was a guard. She ruled the shop from a throne behind a till, barking out commands to the unlucky customers. Are you buying that? She said to the young couple. Sharp tone. Catching everyone's attention. Works as well. Catching everyone's attention. Maybe she was having a bad day, but I suspect. But she was. That doesn't make sense now. Cut it out. There we go. Cut. Maybe I lectured to the young couple, her sharp tone catching everyone's attention. The young couple put back the ugly ornament and walked out. "Well, thanks for killing some time," she said. The mood in the shop turned cold. Everyone felt it. I've used everyone twice there. So let's change that. They all felt it. Get rid of that highlight, that works. They all felt it. Right, how many words have we got now? We've gained some back, I think. And we can use, yay, we can use Omniscient. We can know what she thinks. Who does he think he is? Oops. Who does he think he is? Should we go bagging up his collection of gifts, taking her eyes off of him. Old chap fumbled with his wallet. Was watched as customers watch in anticipation. Thank you. $206. No, 44 left. Only 44 words. I'm kind of in a corner here because I want to kind of increase the threat we feel to the old chap. Somewhere up here, probably, after she sucked her teeth. Who does he think he is? I think we can get rid of that line, to be honest. We can just assume that she helps him bag him up. Just say she helped there, can't we? Good if it could tie it properly. She helped without taking her eyes off him. She helped whilst staring. Oh, she helped and stared whilst old chap fumbled with his wallet. Full stop. Customers watched in anticipation. Customers watched. Customers watched in anticipation. She would destroy him. Seems a bit empty. That sounds a bit empty. Destroy him. Why do they think she'd destroy him? Didn't really know. She was. No. No. He was an inch from death. Calling her death is quite. We'll stick with that for now. How far have we got? Let's have a look. Even 200. 50 words left. Spend them wisely. Inch from death, inch from death, inch from death. Would you mind if I paid on card? Sent. To latch onto that would you mind part, so would you mind, what do you mind, I've got nothing else to do, have I? Sarcasm, it's difficult to get sarcasm across without saying sarcastically. I want to avoid the adverb, just a personal taste. I always think it sounds like a kid's book when you put in quite a lot of adverbs in. Happily, friendlily. Put on card, he said. Now, we've not made it clear that it's a lot of effort for her. Oh, it's gonna be tight, this, because I want him to make. I want to make it clear that the old chap is deliberately putting her through this so that he can walk out. Maybe we can change this, helping with the packing. Maybe that's not as important. Yeah, if we got rid of the packing part. I could put in some dialogue or some explanation about how she would it's not too on the nose. Stuck. Probably some fat in the beginning. Right, let's write it and then we'll cut down later.
Excuse us, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. But I think we're going to get rid of the packing part. Let's just add it in here, and then got enough now, have we? Don't overdo the exclamation mark. Although since everything that she says has got an exclamation mark in, if they don't, she snap back. They waste my time and faff me about. Awful. Let's see where we are, where we got to. 237, only 13 words left to finish this off. Get rid of that bit, don't need that bit. We'll chat fumbled with his wallet. Customers watched in anticipation. Get rid of anticipation, that's implied. Customers watched, didn't he know? He was an inch from death. Down card, that gets us some words back. Some words back now. 227. Alright. What's that? 23. 23 words. Teach. I don't know what that is. I don't want to know about her sucking it. Teeth. Fired up the machine. We can't do. Exclamation mark. We don't need the she said, but we'll work that out later. And then turned. Turned here, customers. Run. Oh, he said. Now, it's a bit cheesy, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, I don't know why there. I just suddenly had visions of him walking out the door, raising his middle finger over his shoulder. I like that. Let's put that in. I don't know why. Then he put his card away and walked out the door with his middle finger raised. over his shoulder. Here, right. Well, I'm pretty sure we're over the words here, but that's all part of the show. Yeah, 282. We've got to cut out 32 words. Right. She was just the worst. No one knew. Probably get rid of it. She was the worst. I could change she for someone like her would take this kind of job. I don't know why someone like her would take this job. We don't really need to know it was a museum either. The gift shop was plonked next to the exit. You had to walk through it to make your escape. But don't need it, as with all escapes, because they don't actually always have a guard. But walk through it. It had a guard. Who knew why someone like her would take this kind? I think they're in the wrong order actually. Let's put that one second. The gift shop was plonked next to the exit. You had to walk through it to make your escape, but it had a guard. No one knew why someone like her would take this job. She ruled the shop from her throne behind the till. Yeah, we need that one. We need to know that she isn't actually a security guard, that she just runs the gift shop. Behind the till, barking out commands to unlucky. Probably get rid of commands. Barking at. Let's put barking at the unlucky customers. That works. Are you buying that? She said to the young couple, a sharp tone catching everyone's attention. The young couple put back the ugly ornament and walked out. Put back could be replaced. The young couple replaced the ugly ornament and walked out. Well, thanks for killing some time, she said. The mood, she said. The mood in the shop turned cold. Shop's mood turned cold. They all felt it. Only old chap seemed unaffected by her. Get rid of that. He walked with a smile through the shop. We could get rid of that. And change walk to browse. We just assume he browsed. He browsed with a smile through the shop without fear. He browsed without. I feel like I want to change those around. Don't know why. Straight there. Through the shop. With a smile. Picking up items on his way towards the exit. Say hoarding there, can't we? Hoarding items on his way towards the exit. He placed them. There we go. Let's cut a few more. He placed them on her counter. Got enough now, have we? She said. Old chap smiled back. It's good that people are buying her gifts, isn't it? He said. They don't, she snapped back. They waste my time and faff me about. How awful, he said. Would you be able to help me pack them? Help pack them all. Who does he think he is? Old chap fumbled with his wallet. Customers watched. Didn't he know he was an inch from death? Can I pay on card? Said. She sucked her teeth again and fired up the machine. Put your card in. Put your card in. Put it in. Put it in. Put it in, she said. Old chap hesitated and then turned to the other customer. What? He said. Whilst you can? While you can. Get out while you can. Get out while you can. He put his card away. Put his card away and walked out the door with his middle finger raised over his shoulder. A hero. Right, that's closer. Is it spot on? Oh, 256. 6 words to trim out. Six words. Like this is kind of the part that I really like, because it takes the idea that you've had and you've got it down in a rough sense, and you kind of know the bits that you want to put in there, and you try and put everything in, and then when you're struck with this word count, you really have to tighten everything up. This one, as I said at the beginning, this one's a bit longer than the ones I normally do. I normally do 100 words, and you really have to get it tight. But this one felt like it. You could probably fit it into 100 words if you wanted. You'd have to cut lots of things out and make things a bit more. No, we're not going to do that right now. We need to get rid of 6. There are 6 words in this that have to go. I feel like there's some fat at the end. Don't know why. Got enough. Have we? That makes sense still. It's good. People are buying your gift. Isn't it good that people are buying? Isn't it good that people are buying your gifts, he said. They don't, she snapped back. Waste my time and faff me about. So what's that got us to? 3 more words. 3 more words. Isn't it good that people are buying you gifts? He said. They don't. She snapped. They waste my time and faff me about. How awful, he said. There we go. There they are. 3 words. Would you help me pack? She sucked her teeth. Who does he think he is? Old chap fumbled with it. I'll see if there's any more we can get out, because if we can get rid of some more of these. Oh, good grief. If we can get rid of some more, then that'll give us a chance to maybe flesh some of the other bits out. If we've cut out the bits that we don't absolutely need, then that gives me a chance to use some more words and maybe like increase the threat or make his attitude a bit more clear. We could do that. So let's keep cutting. Cutting how he said they don't. She snapped. Would you help me pack? She sucked her teeth. Who does he think he is? Old chap fumbled with his wallet. Customers watched. Knowing he was an inch from death. That does both. That cuts out and seems to increase the threat somehow. Knowing he was an inch from death. Can I pay on card? He said. She sucked her teeth again. Maybe we can just reference this teeth sucking. She sucked her teeth. She fired up the machine. Maybe. Put it in, she said. Old chap hesitated and then turned. To the other customers. don't like that line. Run, he said. We could make his intention more clear. He's turned to the other customers, so he's saying this to the other customers. I want to make it clear that he's telling them that he's done this deliberately. How many words have we got to play with? Get rid of those. I'll keep the he said. 244. So we've got 6 words. What can you say in 6 words that says I've done this on purpose and isn't it terrible? He said when people waste our time. Let's put that in and it's over, but we can have a look. Terrible. Comma, he said when people waste water your time. Huh. Waste your time. Is that a question or a statement? It's a statement. I think we're over by about 2 or 3 here. Ah! Hey! Must have miscounted then. 250. Spot on 250. Target 250. Ah, right. Does it work? Right, this is a read through. The gift shop was plonked next to the exit. You had to walk through it to make your escape, but it had a guard. No one knew why someone like her would take this job. She ruled the shop from her throne behind the till, barking at unlucky customers. "Are you buying that?" she said to the young couple, her sharp tone catching everyone's attention. The young couple replaced the ugly ornament and walked out. "Well, thanks for killing some time," she said. The shop's mood turned cold. They all felt it. Only old chap seemed unaffected. He browsed without fear through the shop with a smile, hoarding items on his way towards the exit. He placed them on her counter. "Got enough, have we?" she said. The old chap smiled back. Isn't it good that people are buying your gifts?" he said. "They don't," she snapped. "They waste my time and faff me about." "How awful," he said. "Would you help me pack?" She sucked her teeth. Who does he think he is? An old chap fumbled with his wallet. Customers watched, knowing he was an inch from death. Doesn't need an exclamation mark. Customers watched, knowing he was an inch from death. "Can I pay on card?" he said. She sucked her teeth again and fired up the machine. "Put it in," she said. Old chap hesitated and then turned to the other customers. "Isn't it terrible," he said, "when people waste your time?" He put his card away and walked out the door with his middle finger raised over his shoulder. A hero. That's good. That kind of works. There's some formatting to do in terms of getting the paragraphs right, but the content is, I like it. I like a hero. A hero, our hero. We don't know who the narrator is. It's omniscient, so we could put it as a thought. We could leave it as a thought. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I think that's nicer. Italics. Our hero. There we go. I like that. Okay, right. Where are we? I'm back on the screen, and everything seems to still be going. Well, let me have a look. Yeah, there we go. So I hope that was good. How long is that? We've been recording for an hour, so if you stuck through all that, then thank you ever so much. If you didn't and you skipped forward, then fair enough, and I hope you enjoyed the story. If you have any feedback or anything on it, then let me know. It's something that we did from start to finish from an idea in an hour. Excuse me. So yeah, let me know what you think. I post a few of these kind of things on the website, and stuff like that. Instagram, I'm on there less frequently these days. I do still post onto those two accounts. One of them, the top one, Jack Content, is my photography account. The other one is the stuff related to writing and reading and all that kind of stuff that I really enjoy. This YouTube channel, obviously feel free to subscribe, but as I've said before, if you do not like variety, then do not click that subscribe button under any circumstances, because I've got a varied set of things that I post on, because this is more of my personal diary. Twitter, I'm on there for goodness knows what reason, and as I said, the website, I post things on there. It's more of a portfolio site now. The previous video that I did on this channel explains why that is and the kind of things that you can expect on there. There are no how-to articles, there are no the best this list and things you must do. None of that. An article on there could be one picture, it could be one picture and one sentence, it could just be a paragraph. But I can post those things absolutely all the time, so there's usually something new going on. This story will probably go on there as one of them, and I'll maybe put this video on as well. So yeah, they're all the things. I hope you found this interesting. If you did, let me know and I'll try and do more. I'm probably going to do more of them anyway, whether people like it or not. I might do a 100 word one next time, because that might take us a little bit less time. I was just a bit ambitious with that one. All that remains for me to say is thank you ever so much for even glancing at this content. I hope you have a great day, and see you soon.